Hi guys, welcome back to Nenu Pichodni and Nenu Pichodni. So today I'm going to review Kare. So Kare, directed by Vignesh Raja, starring Dhanush, Mamita Baiju and many others in the lead roles, is a slow burn heist thriller. And Dhanush in this film in particular delivers yet another benchmark of a performance. And it's beautiful, the emotions, the expressions all are on top notch. And I want to talk about J.V. Prakash over here. His background score elevates the film throughout, and his songs were top notch. And in the second half, whenever via a Karasami the song plays, it's like adrenaline, goosebumps, everything. If you ask anybody who watched the film, they'll say that was like a pure fan moment for all Dhanush fans. That was beautiful to see. And then you had Mamita Baiju. She delivered a beautiful performance, but her screen time was very less, and they ruined her. They wasted her potential. So that was sad to see. Then you had Suraj Vencharamodu, yet another beautiful performance from him. Then Karunas, Jairam, Srija Ravi, and then many others. They all deliver very good performances. And over here, I want to talk about Vignesh Raja's screenplay. The first 30 to 45 minutes were like very slow, so that was like kind of boring, and people were getting very irritated. But like as the momentum picked up, Vignesh Raja started delivering a high after high after high, and this particular scene in like the first half was like the scene where Dhanush, he'll be like acting like an employee in the bank, and then suddenly, a police officer comes inside the bank. That scene was top notch, and the humor in that particular scene, was like, peak. And Vignesh Raja over there worked out very well. He knows how to make the people laugh, and the humor at that point of time was beautiful. And correctly at the interval, the high over there was, very, like suspense, and the thriller kind of part is like the interval thing was like top notch, and people were kept on waiting for the second half to begin. And as the second half began, it kept on like rising to the top, like the high things, they kept on coming. And though the second half, the ending didn't deliver like a very big high, people were satisfied after that message, like about loans and about farmers and stuff. So people were happy with that message. But the film didn't deliver that high that people get after going through, like getting a message like after watching a movie, there's this message at the end and people get a high. This film didn't deliver that, but this film did work out very well. Only thing, if the screenplay had been better, the film would have become a very big success. I'm not saying this film is not going to become a very big hit, is not going to become a hit or something, but the screenplay could have been better is what I'm saying. So overall, it's a good film. I would expect you guys to watch this film in theaters, and today is actually May Day. So May the 1st, it's long weekend, and there's many movies coming out, and this one's gonna be a blast to watch in theaters. So go and check it out in theaters. And if you like this review, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys, and bye.